I got him all pressure washed off. This pig was so much bigger than I thought he was. I thought he was maybe like 120, 130 pounds. Dude, I was trying to drag him over to the tractor. This is every bit of a 160, 170 pound pig. He is solid. He, since I got a transport and trapping license, this pig actually got trapped at St. Mark's Powder. And when he was a piglet, and I've raised him since then. But I mean, he's a beast. He's a pretty pig too. But his story ends here. He's getting turned into sausage now. Got him all pressure washed off and about to start skinning him. I don't know why these Meta glasses, they keep stopping. I hear it go ba-ding. Maybe it didn't stop recording, but if so, we're back on. There we go. Getting a little bit of that backstrap meat stuck to the hide, but that's okay. Tell you what, this guy's gonna have some mean back fat on him. He's a healthy pig. You know, he's 160, 170 pounds. We'll probably get probably 80 pounds of meat, 70. Once it's all dehided, deheaded, deboned, all said and done, it'll be more than 50 pounds. Because I think, I mean, just the hams right there is probably 15 pounds, back strap, shoulder. Yeah, we'll probably get 40 pounds of meat all said and done after everything's deglanded and processed down. Maybe more. I don't know. I don't have a scale to ever weigh how much meat I get off of them, but it's a lot. Let me get cut through that pea gland. That's a little stinky. Boar piss is not ideal. But these are very good pigs to eat. People get discouraged from eating wild hogs, but I swear they don't do it right. They don't cut the... People, I think why they get discouraged from eating wild pigs is they don't process them right. They don't cut the glands out. Like all these hams got little kidney bean glands in them and stuff. And if you eat one of those or cut into it, it is foul. Like it is the worst smell. So, I mean, if you process and break these down, like right here's a gland hidden in that. You gotta, see that? See those kidney beans? Look at those. If you cut into one of those, oh my God, it is the worst ever. And I think people just aren't processing their pigs right, because every single one of these I've cleaned and eaten has been a very delicious pig, but I know how to break these guys down and correctly process them. I've been doing it since I was, me and Dad been shooting wild pigs and processing them since I was probably 9 or 10 years old. So I got some skin in the game with these guys, and I'm telling you, if you do it right, these are some very delicious pigs, especially the wild ones. A wild pig has spent 90% of its life just eating acorns and other stuff out there. And you know, some of the most expensive pork you can buy on the planet are strictly acorn-fed pigs. So I mean, these guys taste really good if you process them correctly. They're tasty creatures. And look at that meat. I mean, it's dark cherry color. It's almost like venison. You get a pig from Walmart or Publix, that meat is a white pink, and that's because it's just fed GMO corn and whatever other crap, cheap feed that they can put into them to put some size on them. But this guy got some quality feed, ate a lot of food scraps, any vegetable scraps. That damn bee, look at him, his stinger stuck he stung the pig. See, his stinger stuck. Oh, God. But, yeah, this guy, and I got acorn trees hanging right above the pen that drop in there too. So he ate acorn, a real quality hog grower feed, and any vegetable and food scraps that is left over from dinners get thrown in there. And I mean, you can see he's got some nice fat on him, nice dark cherry colored meat. Look, it's still twitching. But this is gonna be a very tasty pig. I'm gonna make most of them in the sausage, but still, we'll have a couple, like his tenderloin, his back straps and stuff, we'll make some roast with and stuff. Man, that hide's getting tough right through here. Look at this, even with a sharp knife, it just, you gotta slow. Alright, this is where you get down to that neck. Then I gotta cut those front shanks off too. Where's my handsaw? Yeah. This is a badass handsaw here. It pops right to him. Oh, I gotta skin that down one more. Get a hold of something. There we go. Look at that. Badass saw. I think I got this from Ace. Wyoming saw. That thing is awesome. If you got to butcher an elk or a mule deer or deer, hog, anything, that's something to get there. Oh, that's where it's gonna get a little nasty. Alright, I'll come right here and drop this head off. Oh. I wish I knew somebody that would tan a pig hide. You know how cool it'd be to have that whole cape to hang up or do something with? That's a really pretty pig. Well, got it skinned out. Now got to get it quartered up, put it in a cooler, get some ice on it. Get all these glands cut off. I got this all pressure washed out, ready to go. First things first, we're gonna get these front shoulders off. What's nice about a front shoulder is there's no bone that holds it on. You just cut right there and it'll pop right off. There's one. don't worry, I'll de-hair and clean everything up a lot better, but for now, it's getting kind of warm out. I just got to get this stuff on some ice and get it cooling down. Look how pretty that meat is. It's gonna be a tasty pig. Meta, stop recording. Hey, Meta. Hey, Meta. Dude, it'll randomly stop recording. I'll hear it. Ka-ding, like every 10 minutes it stops.
Yeah, but I'll figure it out. Just keep saying, hey, Meta.
I know, but it's annoying when in the middle of talking it goes ba-ding and just shuts off.
Oh, I don't think I've ever had to do that.
Well, you haven't been recording long enough. It stops every 5 or 10 minutes.
Okay, that probably helps with sending videos. If you make them too long, it'll be hard to send. Are you still recording?
I don't know. Hey, Meta.
Yeah, it's recording right now. I can see it.
Oh, alright.
But say, hey, Meta, stop.
Alright. Now, look at that nice belly. This is where your bacon comes from, is the belly of a hog. But we're going to work all this down, get these guts out, and you do not want to split open the guts on a pig or you will regret that. That is a very nasty, nasty smell. So you gotta be very careful when you're splitting this. Ooh. There we go. Come right here and drop all that out. You gotta cut that membrane on each side. That's what holds the guts to the ribs. Cut that. Cut right through them lungs. Alright, guts are out. Look at that nice fat. Oh, I'm gonna keep some of that grind up for my sausage. Yeah. Dexter, these are the best knives ever. Maybe if this video gets enough views, they'll sponsor me and send me a couple of them. I'll clean every deer and hog I get with it. Or fish. Or anything. I do a lot of butchering. At least once a week I'm cleaning something. Alright, let's cut all this. This is all, look at that. That's your bacon pretty much. But we're gonna grind that up for sausage. I'll render a lot of this fat down for lard. Yeah, you damn yellow jacket. Alright, now we can work on getting these back straps out. Ugh, icky. Alright, so we'll take one good split down the middle. Find the back bone with your thumb. Cut down it at a little bit of an angle just to get it off. And come in here, work it out. I like to make a side cut about right there. And then it makes it easier to peel open. There we go. Ah, that dang bone right there. And come right here. Get that back strap peeled off the ribs. And just keep working it down. He keeps swinging. It's hard for me to get a good cut right here. There we go. Meta glasses are on 14%, so I don't know if I'll be able to finish this whole pig up with what we got left, but at least y'all get to see the process of what it takes to butcher a pig. I think I have never took a single deer or hog to a processor. I do it all myself, and I mean, it's not hard. I mean, like I said, I can get the whole pig quartered up and in a cooler within 20 minutes. white off right there. Peel that out. There's your back strap. Come lay this in the cooler and work on the other side. And then I'll take the saw and cut the ribs. And then I'll debone these back hams out. If you want, I can show you how I do one of those. You find a seam, cut to the bone, to that leg bone, follow that down, and then throw this over the top. You gotta cut it off this H bone. See, let that fold over like that. See, and there's where your little glands are. You gotta cut those glands out of there, or you're not gonna like your pig. It's gonna taste like crap. But see the bone there? And you just sit here and carve this off that bone. Cut through right there. And get this all off in one big chunk. And then you can separate it out, each muscle, you know, your tri-tip, your eye of round, and sit there and break. Someone's calling me. But sit here and look at that. And then, but sit there and break each muscle fiber down and get the glands out. See that right there? You gotta cut all that crap out of there. But that's how you do the ham. And if you want a shank for roast or your hocks, skin it up a little more and saw through it here and here and keep that on. But I keep the deer shanks. All right, let's work on this last back strap. Cut that down. Go through about right there. And I'm left-handed, so it's a lot easier to do this side than that other side. That's why I always do it first, because I tend to butcher it up a little bit, but I didn't leave much. There, work this out of here. There we go. It makes it hard when it's swinging too. There we go. There she is. There's our back strap. And we'll trim that up better. We'll get all this fat cap and silver skin off of it. But like I said, for right now, we're just trying to get this meat cooled down. Carve this off. These will be grind chunks. I'll grind up in the sausage. But see, you get your main cuts off and then you can come back and doctor it up and get any more chunks you want off. Like, see, this H bone always holds a good little pieces of fatty chunks and stuff. You can come right here, cut them off. That'll all be sausage chunks. The ribs, that rib back cap's always good for grinding up. Matter of fact, yeah, let me get all this just in the cooler. Keep the yellow jackets off it. Man, there's always a good chunk of meat right here. Look at there. Pretty little chunk. Throw that in a crock pot or do whatever you want with it. I'm gonna break down this last ham muscle. Now I do have a cutter over there that if I wanted to keep it whole and slice it long ways to make like bone-in flat hams, like the Christmas hams you get, I do that sometimes with the lot bigger pigs. But this guy's just getting deboned out, because like I said, about 90% of him's getting thrown in the sausage. I don't have any sausage, so. All right, well, the Meta glasses are now, that's gonna be junk. The Meta glasses are on 2%, so I gotta wrap this up, but y'all saw how I did this one side. I'm gonna do the same with there. I'm gonna take the bone saw, cut the ribs off each side, and then that's really about it. I mean, you can get your inner tenderloins out of here, but I mean, on this pig, they ain't but about 5-6 inches. So maybe I'll cut them out and throw them in the sausage grind chunks. But yeah, this is how I process a pig, and you can see I did it in 15-20 minutes. Doesn't take nothing. And I didn't get billed $200-300 by a processor. So kind of helps to know how to do some of this stuff on your own, unless you're just lazy. And there is plenty of people I know that are way too lazy to do this. Actually, like 80% of the people I know that hunt will not do this. But there you go, guys. That is a broke down pig. You can do the deer the exact same way. It's exactly how I do my deer too. And yeah, that's it. She's just a carcass now, ready for the buzzards. Well, just about done. Look at that nice cherry color on this pig. That is gonna be such a tasty pig. I still gotta saw the ribs off because I am gonna throw those on the smoker. But there, filled the whole Yeti up. But look, it literally looks like venison. So I'm saying pork you get from the store is like white almost because they feed them such shitty, crappy feed. This pig got some quality feed, a lot of vegetable scraps. I mean, look at that. It literally looks like venison. But I gotta break it down and process it a lot better, but it's warm, so I'm just trying to get some ice on it for right now. But we done.